Christmas is right around the corner, which means it's already time to start thinking about Christmas shopping. I know, crazy. But I've curated a list of 25 plus gift ideas for the bookish person in your life. And I've got to say almost everything on this list can be customized or personalized to whoever you're giving the gift to. You can customize it with their first name, last name, a specific book that they love, a book genre, book series, an author. Honestly, there's endless options. Starting off strong, you probably could have guessed you could just get them some books. It could be books in their comfort zone, or you can try and spice things up a little bit and get them something out of their comfort zone. Maybe a new release, something they've never heard of, a book that you love. The options are endless. Next, you can get them a special edition of their favorite book. Yes, this might be a little bit pricey, but if you know that this person loves a specific book or a series, it could make for the perfect gift. Also, to go along with that, instead of getting them a special edition, you could get them a special edition dust jacket to a book that they already own, just to spice up their covers, or if they want like a different version of that book, this could be a great idea. Next up, my boyfriend actually got me one for Christmas last year, and I am so excited to put it together. I'm waiting to put it together at the right moment, but it's a book nook. You can get one off of Amazon. There's a book nook website. Otherwise, there's plenty of ones on Etsy or little like small business websites that you can get one from. I think this is the cutest idea. Like I said, I'm so excited to put mine together. It's a fun, comfy, cozy activity that you can do, and then also it pays off because it's just so cute on your bookshelf. I love it. I think it's such a fun idea. Next, you could do a bookish blanket. Like I said before, you can do literally anything customized. You could do it based off of a genre book, or honestly, it could just be like a bookish theme with like their name, or I don't know. You could go crazy. There's so many different options out there of things that you could customize. And to go along with that blanket, you could get them a jelly cat or just a regular stuffy. As we know, jelly cats have kind of blown up over the last, I'd say, year or so. And I've definitely seen a lot of bookish people put their jelly cats on their bookshelves just as like a decoration, or even on their bed. It doesn't have to be on their bookshelf. And then there's cute little book stuffies that you could just put like on your bed next to your pillow, and I just think it's so cute. Next up, I feel like almost every reader, if they don't already have one, would love one of these, but an e-reader. I feel like a Kindle is the most known, but I've also seen a few people have a Kobo, I believe is what it's called. But yeah, any sort of e-reader that they can travel with. It's slim, they can take it on the go, literally anywhere with them. And to go along with the e-reader, you can get them some sort of e-reader accessories. So this could be a case, a pop socket, or just like a little holder. I know there's those like stands that you can put your Kindle on, and then also like a clicker. I don't know the actual names of these things, so we're just gonna call it a holder and a clicker. Because honestly, being able to lay in bed with a blanket over me and just click a button to turn a page sounds so nice. Maybe someday. This next one may seem a little odd, but hear me out. You could get them a fake book. There's a ton of different versions of ones that you can get, but it could be used to decorate their bookshelf, to stack books on top of, or even to put like little bookish supplies inside of the fake book. I don't know, I saw it and I thought it was a really cool idea. This next one is definitely not for everyone, but you could get them some classics, especially if they are a book collector. Just getting them some pretty bounded classics. I feel like it's just so cute. It's fun to show off on your bookshelf. I really need to find a new word for cute because I feel like I've said it 15 times already. Next, you could get them a bookmark, which yes, I know that sounds so simple, but there's so many different types out there. I guess I didn't really realize until doing this video how many different types of bookmarks you can get. There's magnet ones, there's ones with beads on the top, there's ones that you can write on, there's ones that fold on the top of the page. Again, themed ones with like authors, genres, books, series, etc. There's so many different kinds out there. And again, you can always customize it and make it personal to the person you're giving the gift to. The next one kind of goes along with that, but it is a book tracker. This could be a bookmark, but also I've seen like posters that you can get where you can track maybe how much you read in a day, or to keep track of how many days you read in a year. The next one is another very generic one, but it is a candle. Just books and candles, I mean, they shouldn't go together because it's fire and paper, so not a great mix, but something about lighting a candle and just reading your cozy book, 10 out of 10. I don't think it gets any better than that. Again, I know I said it a million times, but you can always customize it. There's a ton of bookish ones. You can do it based off of a series. You guys get the point. Anything can be customized and personalized. You can get them a tote bag. For some reason, there's so many bookish ones, which I appreciate, but it's almost overwhelming because there's so many good ones out there. Next is a book sleeve. I actually made my own, so I don't technically have a real book sleeve, but I use it almost every week. I love it for traveling or just putting into my backpack so the pages don't get bent. You can get one that's just a sleeve, or there's other ones that have like different pockets in it or that you could fit multiple books in. This I think would be a great gift. Next up is lights, and I know what you're thinking, lights? Really? But there's so many different kinds you can get. You can get them just like a little light that clips onto their book that you can like change the settings for. I love this little thing. I've also seen a version of that kind of goes around your neck. So like when you're laying down or reading at night, it can be super helpful. You can do a desk lamp. You could do a full, what is that? Like a full size floor lamp? Is that what that's called? Is it a floor lamp? Or you could just go with like little fairy lights. I've seen like little mushroom lights or little ones that you can put on your bookshelves. Many different options for lights. The next one is also kind of a given, but any sort of clothing. Could be something fuzzy, it could be a sweatshirt, a shirt, or honestly one of those comfies, I think is what they're called, or what I call them at least. But it's basically like a blanket that has sleeves that you can wear and enjoy and cuddle up with. Again, can be themed, but it doesn't have to be. This next one could be a little bit risky, but depending on who you're giving the gift to, it could work out. But you could get them a blind date with a book. Like I said, risky, but while I was doing some looking around on Etsy, I actually realized that you can just get a blind date with a book that's just simply a book, but you can also get a blind date with a book kit that has so many different things in it, and they're actually not bad pricing, which I was kind of surprised about. So do that at your own risk. Could pay off 50-50. This next one is also not for everyone, but you could get them a book recipe book or even like a drink / mixing book if they're of age, of course. I don't see these too often, but there are some bookish themed recipe books out there. I've seen a few, and I've also seen some like drink kind of books. I don't know what that's called. A drink book? That doesn't sound right, but you get the point. If the person that you're looking for a gift for is very artsy and creative, a book journal would be absolutely perfect. You could get them just like a blank one, or I've also seen them come like pre-made where you can like fill in everything. There's so many fun things you can do with a book journal. I love watching people's videos on them filling theirs out and just showing them off. I love how creative people can get with it, so this would be super fun for someone to do on their own. Next up is little bookshelf decor. Now you can get super fun with this. You can do tiny little trinkets, you can do personalized things, you could have their name, you can do lights, like a little stand of their initials. There's so many options for decor out there. You could go crazy. The next one, you can go a few different ways, but you can get them a mini book ornament. For instance, what my coworker did for me last year was so sweet and I love it so much. She took all the books that I read in the year of 2024 and she made little book versions and put it inside of a clear ornament. It's so cute and that was so sweet. I was not expecting it at all. And it makes me so happy just like flipping it around and seeing all the books that I read from last year. But if you're not interested in doing a little arts and crafts project, you can always get a little book stack or stained glass or just any sort of bookish ornament. Next is a book cart. You can kind of see mine over here in the corner, but I use mine as a TBR cart and I absolutely love it. It's been amazing. All the books that I haven't read are here and then all the books I have read are up on my shelves. And I love it. I love my book cart so much. The next one is one that I would love to get someday, but it is a personalized stamp or embosser. I think it's embosser. But on the little stamp or embosser, it would say something along the lines of from the library of blank, and it could have that person's name or initials. And I think that is such a cute touch. Like after reading a book, being able to stamp it or whatever, that is so cute. And last but not least, any sort of bookish supplies. This could be highlighters, pens, tabs to mark their books with, stickers, any sort of little bookish things that they could put in their book journal. There's so many little, I don't want to say book accessories, but they're kind of accessories. Just little supplies that you can get for the bookish person in your life. So those are all the bookish gifts that I came up with for the bookish person in your life for this Christmas. Or honestly, it doesn't even have to be Christmas. It could be their birthday, anniversary, or even just out of the blue. I hope you all took some sort of inspiration from my list. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day and an amazing holiday season. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, y'all.